Welcome to this conversation with the Morning Tea Marketing Missus. Our purpose is to offer valuable tips to small business owners and sole traders to improve their online presence and communicate more effectively to reach a larger audience. The amazing ladies that are the Morning Tea Marketing Missus are Narelle Gaddy, who is an accessibility auditor. We've got Kate Smith, she's a graphic designer. Jan Roach has a website guru website person, and I'm Janine Vosper. I help people communicate more effectively. You may not have thought of it just then. We're talking technology this month. I'm going to get my voice back. Kate, you're going to share your information over your cup of tea.
Hello, everybody. Nice to see you, ladies.
Okay.
I'm going to talk a bit about AI today because, buzzwords and all that. But it is actually something I use in my own business, and they're tools that are free, actually. There's free versions of the tools I'm going to speak about today, and anyone can use them. They're very easy. That is the beauty of AI. So the first one I'm going to talk about is kind of the famous sort of ones, which is the image generators. So I use Midjourney, M-I-D Journey. There's a free version. If you generate something from the free version, you're not meant to use it commercially. You need to pay for a license for that, but you can generate images with the free version. So I could sit here and you go /imagine. That's the prompt. And then you can write in whatever you like. 4 ladies sitting around having tea, speaking about marketing with green and yellow and whatever you like, and purple aliens standing behind them, and it will make it. It's a lot of fun to play with. I've generated a lot of stuff for my social media. I use it a lot for stock imagery. So often I'll have a client and I'm presenting something like their brand, and I want to have an image to kind of overlay the brand on so that it really looks the part and it looks like it might happen in real life. I can get an image that, instead of searching for hours on stock image sites and finding something that kind of works, I can tailor an image made by AI that really looks the part for their brand. So whether it's a product or a color, or it can be anything. I had a client recently and they do beautiful linen sheets and homewares. So I was able to generate this image with beautiful linen, all the muted tones that their brand really was, and just a few vases and things around. And so it was this very austere sort of setup, and I could superimpose their brand over that so that they could go, whoa, instead of it just being a blank page with their brand or a generic stock photo. So it's great for these things. Yeah, social media are amazing. You can it's getting better and better at people. You will have seen a lot of funny pictures with hands that aren't quite right and the fingers are sort of cut off, or there's not enough fingers. It's getting better. It's not always perfect, but you can generate a lot of really high quality images from that. So that's Midjourney. Another one I use quite often, and this is something that's really handy for your amateur designers out there, because if you're in Canva, you don't have the ability to create vector graphics. And vector graphics are graphics that you can resize to any size. It's not made of pixels. It's an algorithm so that it can be sized to anything. You can make it a billboard, put it on the moon. So in Canva, you can't do that. It's all pixels. But if you export something from Canva and run it through vectorizer.ai, which is a pretty handy little tool.
Is that VECTORIZER?
A very good question. Let me check.
Yeah.
Yes, with a Z.
ER?
Correct.
Vectorizer.au, did you say? Or AI, sorry.
.ai, yes.
Okay.
So it's very easy. You just kind of drag your image in. It will vectorize it, and you can download an SVG or a PDF. There's a few different file types. And so this is something I see a lot of people run into when they do their own branding. For example, they've designed their own logo and they have it, and then they want to go do embroidery, or they want to put it somewhere on a sign, and they've made it this big. And now they need it to be this big. Or for embroidery, you do need that vector file for the programs to be able to read it properly and create the stitching for the embroidery. You need a vector file. So this is something that it's been quite inaccessible for at-home designers until now. So that's a really cool tool to use. And the third one's just a bit of fun. It's called Profile Picture Maker. It's just PF Maker. Let me double check. pfpmaker.com.
Mhm.
So we've all got our profile picture, and we all know that we're a personal brand, and we've got our businesses. So what you can do with the PFP Maker is put your brand color behind you, or put a pattern behind you, or create some kind of background that it basically just cuts you out and gives you a branded background. You can put your specific branding colors in there, play with a few different patterns, find something that represents your brand a little more than a generic photo of you. And you can do this whether you've had a professional shot or even just a selfie with your camera. It just adds that little bit more to your profile, makes people kind of take note and go, oh, why that looks a bit, different. That's not just a normal photo. And it just adds another little touch point to those brand touch points, which I think I spoke about last month. You need 15 to 20 before people want to work with you. That's the average. So any little moment you can get your brand out there, it's a good idea. So yeah, so I guess that's Midjourney, and I believe that's midjourney.com. If you Google it, it will definitely come up. And then we've got vectorizer.ai with a Z, and pfpmaker.com for your profile pictures. Yeah, I use a lot of AI in my business because it's going to revolutionize the way we design and many industries. So I like to keep in touch with what's developing, and it's developing daily. So yeah, I encourage everyone to get out and just have a play. There's some really fun things. Sometimes they're super useful. Sometimes you just have a bit of a laugh and move on to the next.
That's cool. I'm going to definitely play with some of those, Kate.
Cool.
Mine's the vectorizer. I'm really interested in that one because that makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. As
And
a
it's better
profile
than-
maker, well, yeah.
That's
Do it
great.
up.
Yep.
Oh, well done. There's so much valuable information. It's
Yeah.
incredible. It's and I think once we start playing with it, then if we've got questions, then to come back with you because you've been using it for a little while. But what I found with a lot of the AI, they're really easy to use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've made it so anyone can, and that's kind of the beauty of it.
Yeah.
You do get better with time and there is even a job description for prompt engineers now. That's a job title. If you're really good at writing prompts for Midjourney or ChatGPT, these are jobs you can get now.
No, I just wrote a prompt for a blog on Chat just before we got on, and then adding all my own stuff through it as well. But the prompt was really clear. What I got was, that was absolutely perfect from
Nice.
on it. So, yeah.
Yes, and I guess that's the other thing to think about with AI. It's rubbish in, rubbish out. So if you've got to put in a good prompt to get a good result. If you're getting poor results, you need to start looking at how you're prompting it and find a different way to go about it. Yeah, glad you're getting a good result, Janine. I did a bit of I have a client who he wants to do blogging, but he's not quite getting around to it. And I created a prompt with ChatGPT so he'd give me just a little bit of information and it would make this whole story.
No,
Isn't technology cool?
it is. It's whether it's taking over a whole lot of different jobs and different things that are now obsolete. But then, as you said, there's new jobs and that created. So it's a
correct
move forward and saves us time. It's the purpose of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
It can be wonderful, but it can also send us down a rabbit hole.
That was just about where I was going to go with that, Jen. It would be, I could play with this for hours.
Oh, you can,
And you can.
absolutely. Gosh, I'm putting my hand up for that because
there is one
start
area
researching something and hours later you find it's like, how on earth did I get to this?
there is one area though that I don't think, and this is only my personal opinion, I don't think AI can ever replace good friends.
Yeah.
Oh.
And conversations like we sit and have.
That's perfect, Narelle.
Yeah.
You're
So
right.
very
It's a
true.
wonderful segue for us to wrap this conversation up. Thank you so much for that, Kate. That was
Yeah.
just incredible. I know I'm going to
Terrific.
look at it and play with it. And yes, I like when my creative side can come out, do something a little bit playful. And that's another conversation with the Morning Tea Marketing Missus. If you're listening to this and you'd be going, it's the same as what we are. This is phenomenal information, so valuable that you can apply it into your business and into your life. And remember to jump on our YouTube channel, have a look at the videos, have a listen, subscribe, leave us a message. We'd like to know who's listening and who's watching. And also, please share with your friends. We want to reach out and grow our subscriber base, and those that are watching and listening are the best people to do that. But thank you for being here. Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye.